Hey, yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to 3 scary videos. We're getting in the spooky mood today. Headphones are back. You know, I haven't been using the headphones because when I react to other stuff, I like range of motion. But I feel like I'm gonna just like sit right here. Definitely haven't jumped out of my chair during one of these videos. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
It's just Beth. Alright, it's just Beth. It's just Beth, right? It's just Beth. Oh, thank God. No. Heck no!
Y'all know the drill. Let's get started. The first video that we're gonna be watching today is called Occupied. It's by I Aim Funk. So shout out to him. Dang. Sorry. Yo, hold on, yo. You telling me this is a horror short film? This is like Fanboy and Chum Chum. Yo, that's a deep cut. If you watched Nickelodeon back in the day, y'all, you know. If you know, you know for real. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop interrupting. Heck no. Oh, frick no. On the ceiling? Get out of there, dog. What is you doing? Yo, that was good. Holy crap. I thought the guy in there was just having a hard time. It sounded like he had too much chili and beans for dinner, dude. Smart on this night patrol guy. Bro got out of there, dog. Finally, someone with brains in a horror film. Yo, yes. Like, sometimes the smartest thing to do is just leave it alone. Yo, clap it up. I aim funk. That was awesome. Alright, this next video is called Teeth, and it's from Alter, and it's by Daniel Gray and Tom Brown. They're like the horror short film channel. It's about to be good. Yo, get excited. Is that what I think it is? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind.
I received my first tooth at the age of 2.5. This was, by all accounts, particularly late in a child's development, and meant that I was also late to be weaned.
Hey, yo, hold on. Can I show that?
I did not enjoy teething so much. Its unpleasantness developed in me a certain disregard for these hard buds erupting from my gums. I found biting with conviction on firm objects to be of benefit and suitable punishment for the teeth. I would take to chewing anything I could get my young mandible around. Surprisingly, my teeth survived this intentional barbarity, only to be defeated by an oh-so-sweet sticky toffee apple. This victory was short-lived. These were primary teeth, and primary teeth are only present to make way for adult teeth. They sprouted anew. By the age of 6.5, I had unfortunately now gained a complete and fresh set. I had no interest in their welfare. I only had interest in the sugariness that passed them by and settled on my tongue. My first adult tooth was not a victim to my thoughtlessness, but was in fact knocked out. At 11 years of age, a pre-planned chance meeting behind the school resulted in an inconspicuous bicuspid becoming an absent bicuspid. The gap left by this missing tooth was thoroughly explored and enjoyed by my tongue with fond reminiscence.
Who is this freaky man? The moment that baby started like chewing on wood, out of there. Adoption. Military school. We sending you off somewhere. You ain't, no. You my son? No, you're not. No, you're not. Weirdo. Freak.
I reached the age of 48, continuing to lose teeth. By then, I had lost enough teeth to begin missing them in my day-to-day mastication of food. Even if my tongue was now lavishing in the smoothness of its surrounds. I lost 3 more through medical intervention. And through necessity, I gained my first set of dentures. With them came a revelation. It was only then, presented with the disembodied enamels, that the full beauty of this substantial link between food, tongue, throat, and stomach became apparent.
Oh, what's up with all these flies, bro?
I began to place the form of the teeth above the function, vetting and analyzing food for potential risk of the teeth falling foul. Many foods, in fact, became avoided. Avoided or mashed, filtered, separated, and mashed again. All for the sake.
Yeah, no, this man's psychotic. No chewing, no nothing. Just. Yo, what is this?
Separated and mashed again. All for the sake of keeping my prosthetic teeth pristine. My fascination with teeth soon began to spread outside the realm of my own and into those of other toothed animals. I marveled at their efficiency, their specificity. These wondrous beasts had no need to worry their minds about their teeth. They were blessed with immaculate design. I would take inspiration from them. I began to think about how I could combine these specialist points, that perhaps I could improve on my previous God-given and God-inspired dentures. I realized the perfect cutting, tearing, and mashing tools. At the age of 62, I separated the species and sorted the teeth into categories of size and shape. I gathered my resources and set to work on the construction. Through my thorough studies, I became convinced that I had come to a combination of interspecies teeth that could not be better matched. My meticulousness meant that they were not finished swiftly, but they would be of utmost quality.
Who's voice acting?
In my 70th, the impressive and fierce set of teeth were complete. In my 71st year, I lost the tip of my tongue.
Oh! Wow. What the mess did I just watch? What? Whoa! That was weird, gross, but very well made. That's my review. Bro bit his tongue off with his new like set of teeth. So he was like eating and stuff, and then he went and the tip of his tongue got cut clean off. Once again, dog, like how do people think of this? And they're like, man, teeth, man, they weird as mess. What if some dude was obsessed with teeth to the point where he wanted to make the perfect teeth, but then at the end he cut his tongue off? The human mind is an enigma. Last and final one for today is called The Worm by Don't Walk Home Alone After Dark. Let's get into it, bro. Get out, bro. Get out of there. What is you doing, bro?
Hello?
Oh my gosh. Yo, we get right into it, bro. All right. Got the feel for the room. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What is happening? Frick.
Sparrow
what was
Moon
that?
was not at all what I thought she would be. I wasn't given much time to go over her case file before our first appointment, but from what I had read, I half expected some kind of uncontrollable monster to walk through the door. She wasn't anything like that. She was quiet and guarded, smaller in person than what I had imagined from her photograph. A perfectly normal 17-year-old girl. That made it even harder to believe she was capable of doing the things that she did. She was the last surviving member of the so-called Woodfield Five, a group of kids all from the same remote northern town who suffered a series of unexplained, at times violent, mental breaks. Clinical notes suggested some kind of shared psychosis, though unlike anything I'd ever heard of in my 20-year practice. By all accounts, Sparrow had an unremarkable childhood. No indications of behavioral difficulty, good grades in school, active social life, no family history of mental illness to speak of. Her mother had been part of some offbeat spiritual commune years earlier, but had left that behind when Sparrow was quite young and eventually remarried. There was nothing to suggest any kind of underlying trauma or abuse, though as you come to find in my line of work, that's not always so obvious. The only path to understanding what really happened in Woodfield was Sparrow herself, and that would prove more difficult than anyone anticipated. I learned very little over the first weeks of our sessions together. Sparrow was often uncooperative, careful never to allow the growing familiarity between us to weaken her resolve. I was not as strong. I became unreasonably attached to her.
What's that supposed to mean?
The endless medical diagnostics revealed nothing we didn't already know. She barely slept. The scratches on her arms were self-inflicted. And aside from high blood pressure, she was physically healthy. No one was certain about what exactly was wrong with her. And she was getting worse.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell. Oh, my bad, y'all. Technical difficulties right now.
Okay, locked. Here we go.
The weeks turned to months, and I was running out of time. The courts had determined that unless I could demonstrate conclusive progress in her treatment, Sparrow would be transferred to an isolated psychiatric ward and out of my care. I could have walked away at that point. I probably should have. But what I wanted, what I've always wanted, was answers. After all that we'd been through, she wasn't a kid to me anymore. She wasn't a monster either. She was a puzzle to solve. Sodium pentothal can be administered to induce something called narcosynthesis, a state between asleep and awake where the subject is highly suggestible. In most places today, the practice is frowned upon. Normally, I would never consider such a treatment, but given the circumstances, my options were limited. I knew full well that this could risk professional censure, perhaps even my career itself. That didn't seem to matter at the time. After the injections, Sparrow was brought to my office. We were left alone, and I asked her to count backwards from 10. Though before she even got to 5, it was clear she knew something was wrong.
Cooked.
Her breathing became shallow, and her eyes darted around rapidly. She began talking about a mist coming into the room that only she could see. She could hear a voice from within it calling to her. The drug had disoriented her to such a degree that I don't even think she recognized me. Sparrow's small size and chronic fatigue made the dosage I administered tricky. She drifted in and out for several minutes. When lucid, I redirected her, asking if she could tell me what the voice she heard was saying. After a long pause, she finally whispered, "Little bird." At that point, Sparrow was not interested in answering any of my questions. She just spoke, and I listened. She said that it knew. It knew that was what he used to call her. The old man. But the voice wasn't a man's. It was something else. She said it comes with the mist. That it takes things from you and it grows, adding to what it's taken from others. It eats you from the inside. She didn't know its name, but called it the worm.
Oh, name drop, bro. It just
As
got
Sparrow
serious.
lapsed into unconsciousness, I was left with more questions than answers. I arranged to have her return to her room and resigned myself to the idea that I might never get the chance to understand the truth. That I had failed. I destroyed the records of our last session to prevent the review board from finding out what I had done. It was over. Or at least, that's what I thought. It was that night the dream started.
Oh, crap. What is this, bro? Zuzumi? What the frick is... Bro's cooked.
Wait, come back! Sparrow. What? Every time I go to sleep, it's the same. It doesn't really matter how the dream begins. Eventually, the mist will come. And with the mist, always comes the worm. Just like she said it would. You can't run. that never works. It won't let you. The best you can hope for is that you wake up quick, before it begins to feed.
What?
At first, I told myself that it would go away. It could be a simple anxiety-induced aberration brought on by the stress of dealing with the case. But it was soon obvious that wasn't it.
Oh, did bro
The
go crazy
nightmares
too?
didn't stop. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. It wasn't long before my colleagues began to take notice. Things got so bad I had no other choice. I called in every favor, pulled every string I could, and arranged access to Sparrow at her current facility. I needed answers more than ever. And she still had them. I almost didn't recognize her at first. She looked strong and alert, a stark contrast to the tired girl that I had spent all that time with. I didn't have to ask any questions this time. Just by looking at me, she knew all too well what was happening. We sat down, and Sparrow Moon gave me what I needed. The worm is some kind of parasite, a pathogen, an ancient thing passed from host to host, manifesting in their dreams, feeding on their deepest fears. It will not stop, always hungry for more. It won't kill you. It doesn't want you dead. It wants what any good virus wants: to propagate, to be passed on, to be fed. Sparrow tried to hold it inside of her, to protect others. She thought that if she could fight it long enough, it would die with her. She passed the worm to me the same way that it had been passed to her, just by telling me about it. You have to believe me. I am sorry for this. Now that I've told you, I don't know when, but sooner or later in your dreams, the mist will come. And with the mist, always comes the worm.
Yo, I'm tearing up. Wow. That was so good. That was so good. Holy crap. Yo. Oh my. Off. What the mess? My light turned off. Don't walk home after. Yo, subscribe. That was so good. That had me hooked, bro. I'm so sorry if I wasn't talking as much. Normally, like with these videos, I try to like just let the video play for itself. I say my thoughts afterwards, but holy crap, I'm stunned. Gagged, as some might say. That was crazy. That was incredible, dude. Yo. Crap, I guess we're cursed. That's the whole video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment down below. But most importantly, have a great day. That's a wrap. I don't want to go to bed at night now.